Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stefan, and in this video I want to show you how to play Burgmuller's Opus 100 number 9, The Chase. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and give this video a thumbs up if you like what you see. Also, I offer online piano lessons. If you're looking for one, there's going to be information in the description below. Burgmuller's Opus 100 is a great technical book, one of my favorites, and it goes from around grade 1 to grade 5, so beginner to late intermediate, and all the pieces are very enjoyable, lots of technical challenges, but lots of artistic value in these pieces for style and character. So going through the 25 progressive pieces is a great way to train yourself as a pianist, especially as a beginner pianist. Number 9, The Chase, as you could hear, is very fast and it's very quick moving, and it's basically a combination of chords and some melodies. The left hand is mainly playing these inverted chords in C major, and the right hand for half of the piece is playing these octaves, which can be very tiring and can be very difficult if done with tension. So the piece is in 6/8, so it's compound time and two main beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The crotchets or quarter notes are going to be 2 beats long, and the quavers or eighth notes are going to be 1 beat long. So we start on an upbeat 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's how the counting is going to go. We are in the key of C major, so no sharps and no flats. And there's a little change in the middle section. It goes into A minor. The tempo is allegro vivace, which means fast and lively. And it gives us a metronome mark of 132, which is very, very fast, but anything above 110, I think will suffice for a beginner, because speed is less important. Clarity and accuracy should be your primary goal, and having good technique. And then once you achieve that, you can practice it for much longer and increase your speed. So let's start with the first section, which is until the double bar line, so the first 2 lines roughly. The left hand is just supporting the melody with chords, and it starts with these staccato chords. So the key thing here is to keep the hand very light, but it's forearm staccato because we have chords, and you have to concentrate on getting all 3 notes down together at the same time. So not like... And then we have to move between these inversions of the C chord and arriving at the G chord, which is the dominant. So 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have a crescendo getting through, so starting quietly and finishing very loud. And we also have a fermata on that G chord, so we hold it much longer. And then we take a breath, lift up the hand, and there is a very strange fingering here. So you have to hold down these dotted quarter notes with dotted crotchets, E and C 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, then G, D, 1, 4, then 1, 2 on the D, F, 1, 3 on the C, E, and jump back. 2, 5, 1, 2, 1, 4. And then it repeats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we finish on that C. So do not confuse these chords with the staccato ones. They have to be held. Not necessarily legato, but if you want, you can do it legato, because the fingering allows you to do it legato, but it has to be held a dotted quarter note, so 3 beats. Right hand is starting in this octave, G and G, and this one is going to be very difficult if you have small hands, because you will need to continuously jump. Now, I can reach the 2 Gs comfortably, which means I can keep my hand fixed on those 2 notes. Now, the book says you should do it like 5, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, which is, if you do it slower, that's what I would advise to do the note repetition with a different finger. So drop, drop, drop. But when you do it really fast, it's very difficult to do the note repetition, so it's easier to do it like in an octave motion with the number 1. But when you practice, you can practice with the 1, 2, in a slower tempo. So we do this for 3 bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a little scale. And this is finger staccato. So left hand had forearm staccato, the whole arm was moving, but here we're flicking the keys. Almost like something's really hot and you're trying to kind of get your fingers away quickly. So we don't need to do too much movement from the forearm and the arm. It's mostly coming from the fingers. Like flicking the keys very gently, lightly. And that's basically the right hand. Then it goes on quietly. And we finish on a C major arpeggio, and this one is legato. So when it comes together, keeping the right hand staccato, now quieter, and finish. So that's the first section. It's really all about really fixing the distance of the octave in the right hand and getting that fingering in the left hand to move smoothly between the chords and keeping those right hand staccatos very light and very relaxed in the hands. So as you could see, my hand was kind of bouncing, and that just makes it a lot easier. Now, when you mastered this first section, the second section, which is the second half of the first page in my book, is very different because the right hand is going to start playing chords and the left hand is playing this little accompaniment, which is the second, third, and fifth, sixth beat. So let's start with the right hand. 1, 2 on the B, D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, connect, lift up, connect, then crescendo, so we have a beautiful melody here at the top line. Lift. And making sure the double notes go down perfectly together, so not like. So concentrating on the fingers, keeping it very curved and very relaxed. And it says un poco agitato, which means a little bit rushed, a little bit hurried. And it starts quiet and the second line goes crescendo louder. And the left hand is going to be going into the treble clef from the bass clef. So we start on the F sharp above middle C, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we connect the two notes and then lift, drop, lift, and then bouncing back into the bass clef, a G major chord, and repeating the same an octave lower from the F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and an octave staccato. Now when it comes hands together, make sure the right hand stays down and the left hand does the lifts. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we return to the same section, the exact same as the first line, the beginning. And again, we finish on the arpeggio. And that's the end of the first page. So it's like A, B, A section. We have that little chorus coming back. The second page gets more interesting. In the first two lines between the repeat signs, we've got this beautiful melody in A minor, where the left hand is playing a broken chord and the right hand is playing a melody, a very legato melody. And it says dolente and piano, so quietly, and a little bit of dynamics, some natural dynamics in that melody. Let's start with the right hand. 5 on the E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6, 1, and lift. So 2 very long phrases. Make sure to lift up the hand between the 2 phrases and round off the ending gently. And remember, when you do legato, your hand has to follow the shape of the melody. So let the hand move beautifully. And up. Left hand starts legato as well, an A minor chord, A, C, E, 1, 3, 5, again in the treble clef. Then a D minor chord in inversion, A, D, F. And back to A minor. Now an A major 7. And D minor chord, lift up, back to the bass clef. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So A minor, which is the tonic in this case, E7 dominant and A minor tonic. Hands together. Right hand is going to be louder because that's where the melody is, and the left hand is like a little stream in the background. And that's hands together. I was using a little bit of pedal to blend those left hand broken chords. It's not necessary, but it does make it sound much nicer. After this, again, the tune comes back, the chorus, let's say it, and it finishes again on the same broken chord or arpeggio in the right hand. And then the left hand returns with the little theme from the beginning. And on the last chord, the right hand jumps in with a... and then quietly. And we slow down for the ending. So here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and finishing. So that G chord comes on the last beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And pianissimo very quietly in the end, and rallentando, which means getting slower and broader. So that's basically the sections like A, B, A, C, A plus, let's call it that, and there's a little coda, an ending. A beautiful piece, very kind of showy if you want to play it at a performance, competition, or anywhere. It's very popular for those kind of events. It's very enjoyable to listen to. It has a lot of contrast between the legato parts, the quiet parts, and the loud staccato parts. Make sure when you practice you go really slowly and you really feel those beats, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It can be quite tricky to count it out properly and to make sure that the rhythm flows very evenly all the way through. And also, when you master the notes, make sure you pay special attention to the character change between the staccato sections and the legato sections, because there's a minor major contrast as well, and you want to change the mood a little bit. So in the beginning it's, but then it's, like very painful and very fluid, and the beginning is very happy and very bright. So this was my little advice for the chase, and if you have any questions about this, leave them in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, subscribe for more.